The road was narrow and broken, surrounded by tall trees that blocked the sky. Ethan kept his hands tight on the steering wheel, eyes fixed ahead. Lucas sat beside him, silent, staring out the window. The forest felt too close, like it was leaning in. The headlights cut a thin tunnel through the darkness, but everything beyond stayed hidden. Ethan told himself it was just another road, just another shortcut. Logic always had an answer. Fear did not. The engine stuttered once, then died. Silence rushed in fast and heavy. Lucas turned slowly. "Please tell me that was normal," he said, forcing a laugh that sounded hollow. Ethan tried the ignition again. Nothing. He checked the dashboard. The fuel, the battery, everything looked fine. That made it worse. They stepped out of the car. Cold air wrapped around them, sharp and wet. The forest smelled old, like rotting leaves and soil. No insects, no wind. Lucas rubbed his arms and looked around. "I don't like this place," he said quietly. Ethan noticed a wooden sign nailed to a tree nearby. The wood was cracked and black with age. 2 words were carved deep. "Turn back." Lucas laughed louder than before. Someone has a sense of humor. Ethan did not reply. He felt a pressure behind his eyes, a warning without words. The road ahead curved into thicker darkness. Walking back felt wrong. Staying felt worse. They locked the car and started forward. Their footsteps echoed strangely, too slow, too clear. The trees stood tall and close, branches crossing above like a cage. After a few minutes, Ethan thought he heard movement behind them. He stopped. Lucas stopped too. "Did you hear that?" Lucas whispered. They listened. Nothing answered. They kept walking. The road slowly turned to dirt. Fog crept along the ground, thin at first, then rising higher. Lucas's breathing grew uneven. Ethan felt watched, not by eyes, but by the space itself. Then a voice floated through the trees, soft, familiar. "Lucas." Lucas froze, his face drained of color. "That's not possible," he whispered. The voice came again, closer now, gentle and sad. Ethan grabbed Lucas's arm. "Don't answer," he said. "Whatever it is, it's not real." The forest stayed silent except for the voice, and the fog moved closer, listening. The fog thickened until their legs disappeared beneath it. The voice drifted around them, never staying in one place. It sounded like memory shaped into sound. Lucas shook, eyes wide, breathing shallow. Ethan pulled him forward, forcing movement. "Lucas, keep walking," Ethan said. "Focus on my voice." The forest path twisted suddenly. Trees leaned inward, their bark dark and wet. The voice changed. "Ethan." His chest tightened. It sounded like his brother. The same tone, the same calm sadness, the brother he failed to save years ago. He stopped without meaning to. Lucas turned, panicked. No, don't listen. It's lying." The voice grew clearer. "You left me," it said. Ethan's hands trembled. Guilt burned behind his eyes. He felt the forest pull at his thoughts, opening doors he kept locked. Shadows moved between the trees. Not shapes, absence of light. The fog swirled faster, circling them. "Run!" Lucas shouted. They ran. Branches tore at their clothes. Roots grabbed at their feet. The forest seemed endless, looping back on itself. Every direction looked the same. The voice multiplied, overlapping, calling, accusing, pleading. Lucas tripped and fell hard. Ethan dragged him up, heart pounding. "Don't stop," he said. "Please don't stop." Ahead, the fog opened into a small clearing. Moonlight broke through the clouds, pale and cold. In the center stood an old stone well. Its edges were worn smooth like it had been used for centuries. Something stood beside it. At first it looked human. As they came closer, Ethan saw what was wrong. Its limbs bent at sharp angles. Its skin hung loose, shifting like it didn't fit. Its face moved constantly, never settling, changing between people they knew. It spoke calmly in many voices at once. "You brought pain with you." The forest heard. Lucas fell to his knees. "We didn't mean to," he cried. "We tried to forget." The thing tilted its head. "Forgetting feeds us," it said. Ethan stepped forward, forcing strength into his legs. "What do you want?" "One stays," the thing replied. "One carries the forest forward." Lucas looked at Ethan, tears streaming. "I can't live with what I did," he said softly. Ethan shook his head. "We'll face it together." Lucas smiled sadly, already letting go. Before Ethan could reach him, Lucas turned and jumped into the well. His scream echoed down into darkness, cutting off too quickly. The sound left a hollow space behind, like something had been removed from the world. The forest went still. The thing smiled, wearing Lucas's face. "The door is open," it said. Then it faded into fog, dissolving until nothing remained. Morning came slowly. Sunlight filtered through the trees. Birds began to sing. The clearing looked ordinary now. The well stood silent and empty. No blood, no body. Ethan sat beside it for a long time, unable to move. His mind replayed Lucas's face, the smile, the choice. Guilt settled heavy in his chest. Eventually he stood and walked. The forest felt different, quiet but watchful. The road appeared easily, like it wanted him to leave. His car waited exactly where he left it. The engine started without hesitation. People didn't believe his story. Lucas was listed as missing. Search teams found nothing. Ethan stopped explaining. Words felt useless. Life continued on the surface. Work, sleep, days passed. But the forest followed him. He heard whispers at night, soft and patient. Dirt appeared under his fingernails when he woke. Sometimes his reflection moved a second too late. He smelled wet soil in places it didn't belong. Dreams came every night. Trees, fog, the well. One evening he woke standing outside his apartment, barefoot, keys missing. For a moment the street looked like a forest path. Then it returned to normal. The voice came again, not accusing, not angry, inviting. Ethan realized the truth slowly, painfully. Lucas's sacrifice wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. The forest didn't take souls and forget them. It planted them. He stopped resisting. When the voice called again, Ethan answered. He drove without thinking, following roads he didn't remember choosing. The trees appeared familiar and welcoming. The sign stood waiting. Turn back. He didn't stop. The forest opened for him, fog rolling in like breath. The well waited. The clearing looked unchanged. Moonlight touched the stones softly. The well stood patient, as if it had always known he would return. Ethan felt calm in a way that frightened him. The thing rose from the fog, wearing Lucas's face again. Its voice was gentle. "You understand now," it said. Ethan nodded. "The forest doesn't release survivors. It replaces itself through them," the thing replied. Ethan felt something move beneath his skin. Slow and deep, like roots finding space. Memories that weren't his brushed against his thoughts. Other roads, other travelers, other choices. "What happens to me?" Ethan asked. "You listen," the thing said. "You guide, you warn. And when the time comes, you open the door." Headlights appeared behind him on the road. A car slowed, confused, lost. Two shapes sat inside, afraid. Ethan turned toward them. He raised his hand, intending to warn them, to tell them to leave, to save them. But when he spoke, his voice echoed strangely, layered with others. "Turn back," he said. The travelers hesitated. Fear crossed their faces. The forest leaned in, listening. Ethan felt himself stretching, thinning, becoming part of the space between trees. His shadow no longer matched his movements. The well whispered softly behind him. The thing smiled and stepped back into fog. The travelers stepped forward. The forest closed, and somewhere deep beneath the roots, Lucas listened, waiting for the next voice to join him.